Hello, philosophers. Welcome to Open Source Philosophy. Today, let's discuss how we know something is true. In today's age of AI innovation, I foresee an impending crisis of information, one that must be addressed. What is truth? How do we know something is true? We could choose to believe in the correspondence theory, which means something is true if it corresponds with something tangible. This is obviously a reliable method for determining the truth in many scenarios, but not all. We tend to fall back to coherentism or pragmatism, also known as rational and practical thought. These too can fail us, however, because it ultimately comes down to our own perspective. Just as understanding faith requires seeing it from a perspective that is not entirely our own. Let us now ponder the world we live in today, with its ever-expanding AI industries. Platforms like Sora 2 and ChatGPT are now blurring the lines not just between seeing is believing, but also making us question the actual intelligence of those we consider to be educators. Every year, it becomes increasingly difficult for the average person to believe something is true. When we see something on the news, who can say it's not propaganda from our governments? Who knows the truth when a teacher has Google's AI search engine feeding them fact checks? If you think I'm being hyperbolic, these things and many more are already occurring today. Let's take a closer look at our media, for example. Can you name a country today that does not exert control over its national press? In the United Kingdom, they have hate speech laws they have to abide by. In Russia, they have complete control over their media, creating a massive control mechanism. Even in the United States, it is no longer a subjective opinion. The media has now admitted to being influenced. I know that may be a controversial statement in regards to the United States, so let me point to the 60-minute interview with Kamala Harris and move on, for I do not wish to endorse either party, merely make a point. What of social media? If there is a bastion of free speech and freedom of information, that is an answer, isn't it? I would have agreed 5 years ago, but we now know even platforms like Twitter and YouTube have admitted to actively politically censoring information. So do we take a nihilistic approach, believing nothing is provable? Do we try to regulate it through laws? I don't have a good answer for you, but I do have a warning. If nothing is true, everything will go. We won't just see chaos, we will see anarchy. Power and strength will become the only absolutes in a world devoid of truth. Truth is a matter of perspective at the end of the day. Even if we can scientifically prove something to be true, it is only acted upon by those who believe it to be. In a world of misinformation, pseudo-intelligence, and hysteria, I fear we are slowly starting down the road of self-destruction through the death of truth. The next decade of humanity may be the most crucial in our history. We must do everything in our power to steer ourselves and our paths in the correct direction. As I see it in this year of 2025, we are being tested and sorely beaten. No longer can we have honest conversations with our peers, for one faction must be the correct one, while the other is the enemy. To give the enemy ground is to lose the battle after all. This is the world, the mindset we find ourselves in today. Whether it be nationality, race, or creed, we have divided ourselves willingly. To find truth again, we must begin by reaching out to those we would not usually talk to these days and try to understand their point of view. It's not an answer, but it will be a beginning to hopefully prevent the crisis of information I see coming in the all-too-near future. Thank you for watching. I hope I have given you something to consider today and encourage you to share this video with others and have a discussion with them. Only through honest debate and an open mind can we find the answers we must, not just to this problem, but to any other. We as people have always been stronger together than divided. Do not let yourself be blinded by arrogance. Know yourself and know you cannot know everything. Walk the path ahead with eyes wide open and kindness in your heart. Until next time, philosophers.